In a world of dungeons, dragons, and devious DMs, 4 adventurers set out to save the mysterious land of Blaelflow.
I'm Frank Bunty, Dwarven Paladin and all-round badass. I like nothing more than righting wrongs and smiting evil.
I'm Bonarail, a half-elf rogue that'll rob you blind and mess you up.
I'm Lord Sugar, a human wizard noble. I'm rich, I'm better than everyone, and I set fire to everything.
I'm Draco Justice, dragonborn monk. For when justice calls, who will answer? I will. I'm Draco Justice.
And I'm Doddy, the resident DM. I'll be throwing everything at these guys, including the kitchen sink. Ooh, a mimic kitchen sink.
Nerd OD&D from the Nod Network. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and wherever else you get podcasts.
If you're listening to this in 2024, this was recorded during the time of the COVID lockdown. So Reg has either had an illegal haircut or Ash did it for him.
Or he lives in Wales.
Oh, jeez. Certified freak, 7 days a week. It's the Nerd OD podcast. Where did you think I was going to go with that, guys?
I still don't know where you're going with that. I still don't know what that is. A bit of what has happened.
Wet ass podcasting.
Yes. I'm Sean, by the way. How is everybody?
You upset Ben Shapiro somewhere. Ben Shapiro is crying. You mentioned that.
How you diddling? Long time no speakers.
All right, I'm all right. Yeah. Got my Fortnite headphones on. So.
Your cat ears.
Oh, that's why you're a 13-year-old kid. I get it now. I didn't know.
He can't even fit into the 13-year-old kid's headphones. Look at the fucking gap. I could probably sit at the top of it.
Look.
Oh no, they've got like a plastic bit, haven't they? It's like a double head strap.
Yeah, all the way around.
Am I correct in thinking when you're playing Fortnite, you're not on camera?
I'm not on camera.
So the cat ears are just for you?
Just for me.
Yeah.
And Benjamin.
They detach as well, look. Ooh,
fair enough then.
Your cat's going to eat those, man.
Shame they're not those mind-controlled ones. Have you seen those ones where you have a little thing that goes against your brain and they move around depending on your emotions and stuff?
Yeah, you can get a tail out to go with it, can't you?
I've got a story, guys. I know it's been a while. So
hi everyone at home, by the way. Yeah. If you're listening to the audio version, please be aware that this is also going to be videoed because it's our 50th episode.
I even got a haircut for it.
Red's got his haircut, especially. Your ears are looking very low.
That's right.
I was going to wear a hat because I haven't had a haircut. So.
If you're listening to this in 2024, this was recorded during the time of the COVID lockdown. So Reg has either had an illegal haircut or Ash did it for him.
Or
he lives in Wales.
Oh, jeez.
But you mentioned that. Like every couple of podcasts, it comes up somehow that you're in Wales, and every single time I forget.
What are you doing? I'm like, I'm in Wales. It's fine.
Every time I forget, and I'm like, obviously he's in Birkenhead or somewhere over there. I get that. Wait, what? Wales? What? Every time, like it surprises me.
Future
like a goldfish.
Just to let you know,
strong Welsh accent as well. You would have
give it away, right?
Just in case the education system is broken down in the years of 2022 and 2023, Wales had a bit of a different approach than England had, much like Scotland. Basically, England don't know what the fuck.
You mean a better approach?
Yeah. I don't want to get too political, but I mean, let's face it, Boris, are you kidding?
Well, England sunk. Scotland and Wales were like, what? See ya. Anyway.
Right. So yeah, my story. So I was playing Fortnite.
Any story that starts with playing Fortnite makes me kind of go, oh man.
I was playing on the Switch, and even though I've got the bigger controller for the Switch, the problem is the thumbsticks only have 2 sensitivities. They have go and not go, right? So if you're trying to aim, you can either look right really quick or not look right at all. So when
you do nothing, they just drift anyway.
It's horrible. You can change the drift.
The Nintendo Switch, everybody.
Nintendo can't change the drift, so
you can in the app, in the Fortnite game, you can. So anyway, I think it was Saturday. So I was playing a game, they've just recently did a big update as well. So now we're on a new season of Fortnite. So now we've got bows and arrows and stuff. Anyway, I take this bow shot, and I thought I got him straight in the face, and I just died, just instantly died. And the people I was playing with, I was like, I'm going to set out the next one. And about 20 minutes later, I got a text message from one of the girls I was playing with saying, "Are you okay?" And I sent her a picture of a new Xbox because I not only rage quit, but I rage went to Argos.
Bought an Xbox.
Bought a Series S.
Oh, man.
Wow.
And every time I play, and every time I get a fucking amazing headshot, I make sex noises. I'm like, oh my god, this controller. Oh.
I'm not happy with that part.
I'm sure the 13-year-old kids aren't either.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't play with children.
But at least we've got the...
Yeah, so I've got an Xbox, guys, and
nice.
And then
you went all in on the Xbox. You didn't do it monthly then.
No, mainly because I thought that I could probably get away with not doing the season pass, but also I keep seeing season pass deals pop up.
Game Pass.
Yeah, Game Pass. Sorry. Yeah. And another thing is, the first month of Game Pass, if you don't get it on that deal, is only £1. So straight away you've saved.
Yeah, they kind of get like 3 months for 99p or something.
And it's always on.
That's literally what I'm doing. Literally at the end of this month, I'm going to get the Ultimate Game Pass, which is the PC and the Xbox Series X1.
I think that's what
and I'm just going to get it on my Android and for my laptop, and literally just get the little controllers you can get for your phone. I'm going to play all the Forza Horizon 2 and Gears of War 5 and Tactics all on my phone instead of buying an Xbox Series X.
Here's the thing, Reg.
Are that stupid that you don't actually need to fucking purchase their console in order to play the fucking games you want to play?
But that's with intent, though, right? They're trying to bring the PC and console market. They're trying to stop the whole PC gaming's better than console gaming. Well, they're just saying, well, let's do either because we're profiting off both.
Oh yeah, get that, but then I'll play all the games, all the PC versions on my actual laptop, but you can't play the console versions of it on the laptop. But you can play it on your phone. So I can get it on my phone, cast it to my TV, Google Chrome, and just use the Xbox pad, the 25 quid in any supermarket, which comes with 3 months of the Game Pass deal.
Well, here's the thing, right?
I don't need a console now. I can quite happily still save up and buy the fucking PlayStation 5 and still play all the Xbox Series X.
So I got home and very quickly realised that it wouldn't let me play Fortnite without having Xbox Live back, which was annoying. And it was like, buy Xbox Live for $5.99 or however much it is. And then they were like, oh, you can do Game Pass for normally £11, but for the first month is 99p. That's how they get you. They're clever.
Oh, absolutely.
That's how they get you, because they assume that you're going to get it and then forget to cancel it or buy it elswhere and just start paying the monthly fee.
Or realise how good it is.
I've already downloaded Halo 5. Halo 5's ready for me to play, which I'm excited about.
Well, I got a Series X. When did I get it now? Christmas time, right?
Have you got the X?
X. I went with the Big Daddy. And I play Overwatch, which has recently been updated to allow for 4K and higher frame rates, which is very nice. But it's also a 5-year-old game. And I play Cyberpunk 2077, which is still broken. I love it, but it's broken. And they haven't even really done the Series X update yet, which is crazy because it does look pretty damn sharp and it loads in no time on the Series X. So when they actually do an update that's going to take advantage of the X, it might be something special, but the game is broken and it makes me sad. But such is the way of things.
That's the nice thing. PC Master Race is the fact that...
you're getting to be one of them, are you, Reg?
Wow.
No, because even though I've got it, like I was saying to you last time around, so Dave, you'll probably know the mission anyway, because you'll probably completed it or truly surpassed me. You know the level where there's a parade going through the city? Yeah. I started that, I think, just before Christmas, or no, just after Christmas, and I haven't touched it again since. So I'm on, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm not saying like I'm not enjoying the game. I really am. It's just I've just not had chance to again. So even though I'm like, oh, there's so many games, like, oh, I'm going to fucking buy Game Pass. I'm going to well and truly nail this. I'm not. I'm going to buy it, and then I'll forget to fucking cancel the sub because like I do with everything else. And then I'll be like, right, okay, well, that was a fucking pointless purchase, wasn't it?
Well, that's the tricky thing with like when you don't play for a while, right? So in Overwatch, they've got the seasons, and there are certain events and things that take place across. And they had one recently, which was the reward was a skin for Roadhog, which is a hero that I really enjoy playing, and it was a skin that I thought was really cool and I wanted it, but you had to play within a certain window of time, and I got to a point where I needed to win 2 more games, and I had 16 hours to do it in, but this was at 10 o'clock on a weekday evening. I wasn't going to be playing again within the next 16 hours, whatever it was, and I was like, I've missed that now. I can't have that. Makes me sad. Yeah. But it encourages people to play at certain times, which I understand, and kind of makes it cool when you can get it. But with this thing, I don't know whether it's going to come back or whether I could just, buy it at some point, because Blizzard like money. So surely I could just buy stuff.
I remember when I was playing Smite years back, and you literally logged in like every day for the month, and you used to get like a perk for it. And if you logged in like over this like 30-day period, you'd then have like a huge chunk of the currency, whatever it was, to buy this certain skin. And it was a time when we went away on honeymoon, and literally I had to set up the PlayStation for remote play, because I was like, I know I'm not going to play because I'm in Florida, but like my ass, am I not having this skin? So I would make sure like every day, just like we're absolutely knackered from going around the Disney parks and stuff, and then we're lying in bed, I'm like, just going to check to see what time the park's open tomorrow. Remote place. Yep. Right. Go on Smite, get the fucking currency, come back off Smite, check what park we're going to tomorrow. But yeah, that's like, I always, when there's an event or a time thing on, and like, even if I know I'll never touch it, I'm like, I need to have that. Like, ooh, it's shiny. Like that's fucking man. And that's, like you said, that's how they get you. But I'm just constantly like, oh, it was like when I tried so hard to get, and eventually got Ryozuki on Sega All-Star Racing on the phone. If you remember, they had that like time frame where you had to like try and smash it in order to get him. Got him, and I was like, this is amazing. And then like a week later, the fad of wanting to play a game on your phone just died, so I deleted the game. And I'm like, I worked for like 3 weeks fucking solid of like just skipping work, basically, because I was sat in the office just playing around. Got him, and I was like, this is brilliant.
But think of all the fun and memories.
Well, that was like me with Mario. That was exactly the same as me with Mario Kart. But speaking of digital currencies,
well, I've got a better segue for you, because I know where you're going with this, and
so do me and Reg.
Yeah. So cryptocurrency.
That's why we don't have them on the pod anymore.
No.
I too fell down a crypto hole, not in the same way, in a different way, but we'll get to that, I'm sure. But what I did discover was a website. I was looking around for ways to get free currency, right? Free cryptocurrency, which there are loads of ways to do it, and you get nothing. You get like a fraction of a penny if you grind for hours, right? It's not worth it at all.
Surely that's understandable. Otherwise, everyone would be doing it.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, I don't understand how you could do it enough to be anywhere near worthwhile.
I don't know.
Right?
I'm getting 20 Doge a day.
Yours is different. That's an investment platform. It's not just games. But anyway, I found one which basically was, it would pay you to play a port of the original Quake.
Oh, nice.
Now, Quake is real old, as we all know. Yeah. If you try and play Quake now on a computer with a decent keyboard and decent mouse, it is literally insane. Really? Like, because if you even move your mouse, you are flinging around the map. Everyone's like speeding across and jumping, and it's like, I remember Quake being like fun and shotgun, blam, and it's all. I couldn't hit a goddamn thing. Like I play Overwatch, and I'm a decent Overwatch player, right? Like I'm not hot shit, but I'm pretty good. I could not hit a goddamn thing in Quake. I'm firing rockets at people. I'm firing shotguns. I can't anything, because the sensitivity on my mouse, because it's a modern mouse for modern times, means that I move a fraction to the right, and I've flung like 3 times around on the spot, because it's like the whole view of Quake is like 19 pixels wide. And I'm just like, this is played it for, I was like, this is fun. Hang on, I think I'm going to have a seizure because it's just frenetic and insane. And I didn't earn anything because you got to finish in the top bracket to earn any cryptocurrency from it. And I was not finishing anywhere near the top because I was super shit.
Wow.
I had I bought a couple of years back, 2-3 years back now, Commandos 2 again on PC from Sold Out Range. As we were visiting Ash's nan, and she walked past some charity shop, and she was like, "Oh, I just need to go in here." And I was like, "Right, okay." So we went in, and I seen it, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder if that'll run on my laptop." And I was like, "It should do," but I know there's so many games that won't play on modern laptops and PCs, the old school ones. So I was like,
minimum requirements 286.
Yeah,
with 16 megabytes of RAM.
Yeah, maximum requirements nowhere near what you've got.
So I installed it and I was like, oh my god, it's running. I was so excited, but my laptop was just like, right, okay, what we're going to do is just dose this game full of crack and just let it play out. Fucking hell, because it's so tactical, you've got to really time it right. This was just on steroids. It was so rapid, and I was like trying to move it. It's like run, cut. I'm like, you can't even even when you're crawling, it's just like past the screen. I'm like, oh,
isn't it
like,
crazy?
Computer,
how games
you're not helping me like I want you to.
Yeah.
So games were designed with the restriction of the speed in mind.
Yeah.
With stuff like that, which is crazy because surely they knew at some point someone would have a faster computer.
Well, it was designed to run as fast as the processor would carry it, and then all of a sudden we discovered how dual core worked, and the games were like, whoa.
I'll tell you what was weird though. Like, speaking of going back to games, not as far back as that, but I recently had I booted up Kerbal Space Program, right? Because that's a fun game to pour a couple of hours into. And I played it, I think the last time I played it on Steam was like 4 or 5 years ago, right? Yeah. And so I loaded the game up again, and it was like, oh, remember how you had this game before? Well, guess what? like now, it's 4 times the size, you've got a million options, and I'm like, I just want to send a rocket to the moon. Why have I got 10,000 configuration options? Like, what have you've made this game, and like, if you've been playing it throughout that time, it must be
Elon got involved.
It was like, ooh, new update. Ooh, a little extra bit. Oh, this is quite fun. But if you skip that much time, it's like you are playing 2 very, very different things. And I'm like, I just want to send a moon rocket.
I saw a Reddit post recently, and someone was like, games should come with an old person mode. And that involves, you know, when you're playing a game and then life gets in the way and you have to stop. And then 2-3 months later, you might come back and you've completely forgotten where you were, what you'd been doing. And the game just goes, all right, just so you know, this is where you were. This is what you did. Also, this is how the controls work again. Let's just put you back into the tutorial.
Yeah.
It's like having Clippy. Like, oh, looks like you're trying to defeat the big bad. Go through the controls.
Absolutely.
Blue Dragon on the Xbox 360 when that came out, which was a great RPG from Mr. Walker, the dudes that did the original Final Fantasy series. And I didn't play it for months and months and months and months. It must have been about like a good 1.5 years, 2 years until I finally went back to it. And I went back to it and I was on a boss and I was like, I have no idea what any of these spells are, what this attack does, what the special move does. And I was just getting hammered and I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to start again because I can't remember it and I know it was a really fun title. So I started playing it through again. I was like, where the fuck was I up to? I've been playing for like 40 odd hours and I'm nowhere near the end. Like, what the hell am I? Got to the bit where I was on. Did that bit, it was the final boss, literally got all the way to the fucking final boss, never touched it again. And then I was like, oh, you son of a bitch. Went back completely 2 years later.
You didn't want the journey to end, Reg. That's fine. We've all been there. No.
I had the opposite with Golden Sun 2, I think it was. And there was the final boss, but then there was also this side quest boss that if you did all these little things, you'd fight this one guy who was way, way, way harder than the actual boss. Like by far the worst opponent in the game. And I got to him and I could not do it, but I was determined to do it. But it got to a point where it put me off carrying on. So I put the game down and didn't go back to it for about a year and a half. And then eventually went back and I just had this OP boss that I had to try and kill. Only option at that point is to go on the internet and get tips. But it stopped me. Once I'd done that, all I had to do was go to the actual final boss, who I would have killed in no time. but it just stopped me from getting that extra step. It was so frustrating.
Well, it's that weird thing when you get used to a thing. So I completed Cyberpunk, right? And my ending was deeply unsatisfying. Not because Project Red did anything wrong, but because
Because you did.
I chose the wrong options. Basically, like it's the kind of thing where you get to an ending of a game and you're like, I thought I did everything right, but in hindsight, I basically did everything wrong. Wow.
Oh no, Barry's the bad guy.
This game was a lesson, man. It was a real lesson in morality. It's like, hey, remember when you made that choice? Well, guess what, buddy? You done fucked up.
It's one of those where you don't really know whether your choice has had a bad result, right?
Yeah.
Until
it's like you get there and you're like, oh,
like Detroit
okay.
or something, where you've got a good idea of whether it's leading you down the path of of good or bad.
This was very much like, hey, you can do this or you can do this. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. And it's like, silly boy. Anyway, so I then I decided to start the game again. So I started the game again with a different character, different background, yada yada, the usual thing. And I had forgotten just how much progress my character had made. So I get into this first bit of combat in the game, and I'm blasted away with my pistol. I'm like, why is it taking me 6-7 shots to kill a guy? Like, at the end of the last game, I had a gun that was doing 10 times the amount of damage that you start with. So I would just go, I've got a pistol, blam, you're dead, blam, he's dead. And instead I walk in this guy, I'm like, I'm unloading a whole clip, and this guy's still shooting at me. Like, what? And I just forgot, like, you don't realize it when you're playing it at the time, but there's a lot of progression so that you got a gun that's doing 500 damage as opposed to 50. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm at the beginning again. Oh man. So now I'm like, I'm just going to go back and play my super OP character instead because that's quite fun. And I'm like, ooh. But yeah, arguably I probably should have changed the difficulty rather than leaving it down on normal. But I don't play those games for combat. I play them for narrative fun.
It's not got a new game plus or anything like that.
Well, it was like you get the same options where it's like easy, normal, hard, or extreme. And I'm like, normal, always normal, thank you. The only exception to that is one time when I was playing Mass Effect, one of the many times I've played Mass Effect, when I put the difficulty on casual, or the lowest difficulty setting, because then it's basically combat is nothing. Combat is one-shot kills on enemies.
It's experiencing the game and the story.
Exactly. Yeah. And that was the thing for me. Like, that's the only time I ever played it on like the easiest possible difficulty.
Dad, did you know that this year Golden Sun is 20 years old?
That does not surprise me.
That freaks. I was just looking, I could have swore, but it turns out I must have dreamt it. But I could have swore someone was doing a fan remake in an Unreal Engine. And I was like, oh, that'd be immense. And then I've had a look, and it was a dream of me watching someone obviously doing it. But with it being the 20th anniversary, apparently Sabi are teasing something, and then it was like, oh, the 20th anniversary. Well, a HD remaster bringing it onto the Switch.
I mean, as long as they give it as much love as Tomb Raider gets for its 25th anniversary, because I mean, what else do you want to do?
That was a few weeks back, and you're still fuming over it.
Well, like, if you're going to celebrate this iconic game, what's the best thing you can do? Release a cookbook and go, oh, and now you can buy all those 3 games that you could buy separately for very little anyway. We're just going to bundle them into one digitally, not give you any extra content.
At least they're not going to remove it like Nintendo did with the Mario stuff.
Okay, fair enough. At least it wasn't like. Well, no. To be fair, it's only going to be £20 for something like 2 months, and then it's going back up to full price, which will be about 40. So it's almost that. They didn't remove it. They just said, sorry, now it's 2 to 3 times the price.
Are we talking about re-releases? Does that mean it's time to talk about Mass Effect again? Are we going to get that back in there?
You're very welcome to talk about Mass Effect. I don't think there's any new stuff, though.
No. It's but I was thinking about it, right? I was thinking about the fact that I'm obviously going to buy it and play it again. Put your phone down, Reg. This is really interesting stuff.
Video pod.
This is prime content. No, I was just thinking about the fact that how long a playthrough was before, right? Because it's the game I put the most time in ever. And I was thinking about how when I did that, I didn't have commitments or families or a busy job, so I could put 120 hours into a game, and that was no big deal. Now it occurs to me that if I try and play this game through as completely as I have done previously, I'm going to be playing it for the next like 3 years because I can put like an hour or 2 a week in, and that means the game will take about 2 years to complete. So I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't go down that road again because that is going to be nuts. But hey, maybe I'll finish it in time for Overwatch 2 to come out.
I'm just gutted that it's £60. I know that it's like 3 full amazing quality games, but I was just hoping it would be a little bit easier on my wallet.
Yeah, I know.
But
I'm gonna pay it though. I'm gonna pay it. But like I say, Overwatch 2 might come out at some point. It keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. So maybe I can play 2 years of Mass Effect and then finally get that one. That'd be nice. But I'm not salty.
Sounds like it.
A little bit. Mm. But the Overwatch League is back next month, which is very. In fact, no, in 3 weeks, which is very exciting for anybody who is me, and possibly not you guys or anybody else. But it's the only sport I'm interested in. So what are you gonna do?
Well, let's get Heroes Needed back.
Yeah. Let's resurrect one of my long dead things. I'm a bad person. I'm sorry. Speaking
of resurrecting long dead things of yours, you've sort of given your movie a new lease of life, right?
Indeed. So, because for ages it was like we made this film and it was sitting on Vimeo, and only people who make movies know what Vimeo is, because Vimeo is a very, I don't know how you describe it. Like, I don't want to call it a professional platform because that sounds shitty, but like it has more professional level tools, I guess, for that kind of stuff.
They use very high quality codecs and stuff on there, so the video quality is a lot better than it can be.
Codec.
Exactly.
Mm. They aim for that kind of. They like to brand themselves as like higher end than YouTube. It's not about consumption. But I thought, well, hang on a second. I've got it over on there. No one knows that. No one knows where to find it. The links don't work. I'm put it on YouTube. So I put it on YouTube. I shared it with everyone, and I realized. I don't know if I shared it with you guys, but the search traffic was hilarious.
Well, explain to people who don't know what the film is.
Right.
Briefly.
So the film is called Shooting on the Rim, and it is a fake mockumentary in the style of Spinal Tap or A Mighty Wind or films of that ilk, right? So it's charting the making of a highbrow British porn film. There is no sex in it. There is the implied sex. There are noises, but you never see anything like that. It's more swearing than there is sex, for definite. But it's very funny. It's 85 minutes. I love it. I co-wrote it and produced it. Big love for it. But it's not a porn film, right? It's about the making of porn, but it's a comedy. And the search traffic on YouTube, the various analytics you get are great because they show that a good chunk of the traffic that's landed on that video are people who have been searching YouTube legitimately for pornography. And I think it was along the region of like 15 or 16% of people who got to the film got there by searching for #porn or something of that. And all I could think when I was reading that was, I have disappointed a lot of people because they have landed there going, yeah, buddy. And then, it's a comedy. There's no nudity at all. So,
I mean, it must be a good thumbnail.
I like to think so.
But also, why are people searching for porn on YouTube?
I was thinking that
it's not allowed.
It felt like the kind of thing where every once in a while
I hear it's not allowed.
When you see a granny or a grandpa who has typed in their Google search as a Facebook status, like we've all seen that, right? It feels like that's the kind of thing where like, I'm looking for pornography. Where are videos on the internet? YouTube. Give me naked people. No, probably not going to work out. But you can see yourself a funny independent comedy. You can check that bad boy out.
To be fair, I saw something on Twitter today, and it was someone who has like an OnlyFans had put up some pictures to promote her page, and underneath it there was this guy who looked like everyone's dad or granddad. He's it's about 60, but wearing a shirt tie, looked like a really presentable, normal older person, and he just commented on it like 3 times about how beautiful she was and how if she wanted to talk sometime, then she'd be very happy to and stuff. And she'd like taken a screenshot of this and shared it and put like, can someone come and pick up their granddad? And then underneath that was about 3 or 4 other people who also have like OnlyFans and Patreons and things like that going, oh yeah, this guy's talked to me as well, and put screenshots of him talking to them as well. It was just, I don't want to say I can imagine I just imagine someone's parent, like some kid has seen that now their parent is commenting on adult stars' Twitter posts, trying to chat them up.
Hey,
how would you feel?
To his credit, he just asked if they wanted to have a chat and catch up.
Just it. There's a mix of, there's someone saying, I can't believe you're shaming this man, this lovely old man, for not, it doesn't sound like he's being nasty. It sounds like he's being really lovely. And yeah, genuinely, he just sounds like he's saying, if you'd like to talk, I would make you a very happy young lady and things like that. And it's just, it makes a change on the internet, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's friendship.
It is.
People looking for friendship in all the wrong places. You know what, man? I think about this a lot. I think about this sort of increase over the course of the last year, especially with lockdown and the rest of it. And there's a lot of people who really shame people with OnlyFans accounts, and it's like, why? I don't. It's it goes into that category of you don't have to go to their links. Just don't follow them on Twitter and don't go to their pages. It's totally fine. But people get there's a real kink shame about it, and it's like, someone wants to do that. As a teacher who's coming in and losing her job because they found she had an OnlyFans account. It's like, why people give a shit? I really don't understand. I mean, that can go for a lot of things. I realize it's a very broad statement, but still, it just gets me. People
in a marginally related thing, we've been doing this now for because remember, this is an anniversary pod. This is our 50th episode.
Happy anniversary!
Yay! We've been doing this podcast and stuff for what is it? 7 years now, Reg?
Yeah, and we've only got to 50 episodes.
Well, we rebooted several times, but anyway, this is season 2 of our second major podcast. But anyway, we've never been cancelled.
True.
I genuinely, I was expecting something just to come up at some point. You can be as good a person and as well intentioned, but at some point, someone's going to have a problem with something you say. Fortunately, on the last podcast,
probably would have all been me.
Maybe Reg. I cut a lot of you out, but maybe. Fortunately, last week when we talked about watching the Snyder Cut, we had pretty much mostly good stuff to say, because otherwise, some of the Snyder Cut people out there would have probably gone to town on us. They would have searched through every episode to find something wrong that we said.
Get cancelled like Gina Carano.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, you guys have covered it. I don't want to retread old ground. I haven't watched it, so I can't speak with any authority.
I mean, it's a big chunk of your time.
It's
4 hours of your time.
That's a lot of time. And I just think people saying, I know a couple of friends who have persevered and have watched it and have, reasonable things to say about it, 3 out of 5 kind of ratings and whatnot, saying it's basically better than what was in cinemas, but it's over 4 hours long. And I just can't understand why there's the stuff you cut out, right? If you're making a film, if you're doing anything, when you're making a podcast, Christ, Dan, I hate to think how much you've trimmed and cut out of podcasts over the years, but not everything goes in, because not everything should go in, right?
That is definitely what he does, though. He does like his absolute ultimate. I co-wrote this and I directed every scene in this. I would not have spent the time to make this happen if I didn't want this in my film. So he does now. He's got the opportunity to do it. He's going to do it.
Makes me sad. And it makes me sad because I was watching The Lion King today, because I have a toddler, so that's how the world is. And because there's 2 versions of The Lion King, and my Disney Plus renewed today. Way, cheers Disney, 60 quid for you. And so she says she wants to watch Lion King, and we go, the real lions or the cartoon lions? And she'll say real lions, and we'll put it on, and within 2 minutes she's like, cartoon lions, cartoon lions. Every time without fail.
Absolutely.
And so, but today she said the real lions, and I was like, all right. And I put it on where it left off, because she always says from the beginning. So you get about half an hour into any film, we stop, and then the next time it's right back to the beginning. So I can basically recite to you the entire first half hour of The Little Mermaid off the top of my head, but second half, no idea what happens. Anyway, so we're watching The Lion King, and I first of all noticed that the real life, was it CG? You know what I mean? The photorealistic Lion King, it's 40 minutes longer than the animated Lion King.
How? Because it's word for word the same. That's insane.
Well, you think that. And it's Jon Favreau, right? Who I've got a lot of respect for. Jon Favreau. Man, kickstarted the MCU, among other things. Like, he's
He also did Elf.
big love for Jon Favreau. And so he did this film. And there was a couple parts that I saw where it's just unnecessary. It's just, as Bruce Willis would call it, chuffa. And it's just, there's a scene in the cartoon, one those familiar with Lion King, story time. There's a bit of something flies through the air, and Simba kicks up, and Rafiki catches it, and he goes, oh, Simba's alive, right? Cool. One scene. Easy. In the live action film, a bit of fur of Simba's goes into a tree, and you see it lingering.
Oh,
lovely,
yeah, it goes fucking all over the place.
a lovely sweeping shot of digital savanna.
Yeah.
A giraffe is eating some leaves in that tree and eats the fur. Then you see a dung beetle pushing a ball of presumably giraffe poo down a dune, and you see this for like a solid 2 minutes. This fucking dung beetle's just trekking along with this poo, and then the thing falls and the poo breaks open, and the fur comes out of it. His ants come pick it up, and then some ant picks up the fur, and the ants go for ages, and then they climb up a tree, and they get up the tree, and then Rafiki gets it and goes, oh, Simba. And I'm like, in the animated one, that is 30 seconds of screen time from beginning to end. In the live action one, it was 4 minutes. And I'm like, that is just, you're just showing some fur getting from the lion there to the monkey over there. What is all? And I was thinking, this is 2019 that came out. We have seen CGI, right? We have seen films with massive animated set pieces, all that kind of stuff. It's very cool and it looks very good, but it's not like, I'm not going to see a savannah shot of animals and be like, oh my God, that's amazing. So I'll just go watch David Attenborough show, right? I'll see that in the real life stuff and it's great. So I'm like, why when he's making that, was he like, oh yeah, we got to put all this, we got to put this whole journey of the fur from here to here. And it's like, surely someone would be like, hey, John, your film is already more than 2 hours long. It's for kids. Cut out 5 minutes and save yourself some time.
No one has ever said The Lion King needs to be longer.
No. And I hate to think that if the Zack Snyder cut of The Lion King, it'd be 4 hours long, and that dung beetle would be traveling 75 miles in real time.
That reminds me, a friend of mine was telling me that she, her wedding song, she was going to walk down the aisle to one of the songs from Lion King, and of course it was "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?" And I straight away thought the doors were going to burst open and it's going to be like, no, Savannah.
That would have been good. I mean, what would have been worse would be if it was Hakuna Matata, getting married to "It Means No Worries," and
followed by
chill.
an actual real warthog behind her.
If you're trying a warthog to do that, I will quite happily take it at my wedding.
Riding the warthog while wearing her wedding dress. That's a wedding you want to go to. That's where it is.
Okay. So happy 50th anniversary to us, guys.
Yeah, happy 50th episode / anniversary.
Happy birthday,
whenever we do a big episode like this, 50th, 100th, or whatever, or a Christmas episode, I always channel my inner game show host and like to bring some fun and games to the.
You should be a game show host.
Well, if only there was some sort of digital platform where we could, I could maybe fortnightly release some sort of game show style show. If only. Or maybe day. Facebook, YouTube, and iTunes. Exactly.
Put on Vimeo. High end, buddy.
We're always trying to get new shows here at the Nod Network, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I finally come up with, I think, a good little plan to fortnightly, every other Friday, alternating with Nerdo D&D, is going to be Nerd IQ, which is going to be the game show. Now, I appreciate you guys are busy. However, every episode I would like I would like one of you to join me. And the idea will be that one of you guys will go up against someone else. So whether you guys have got someone you each want to bring in, So I've talked to Reg. We've got an idea of who Reg can go up against. I thought maybe Sean, you could go.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe.
This is the first I've ever heard.
Sean, you had someone you wanted to bring on the podcast a while back. They could come on, or I was thinking maybe one of our friends from Isolation Film Festival. They might want to push the new one. Yeah. Dave, you have a good think who you'd like to bring on board.
I'll bring Lou on because she hasn't got the same general knowledge that I have, but she's also super competitive. So if I take the lead, she'll just beat the shit out of me. So it's
okay. I like the idea of that. But yeah, we need multiple people, by the way. But let's not just restrict it to who do you guys want to play. This is just for the first few until people maybe watch it. But if you are watching this and you want to get involved, just email us. Email us at dan@nerdod.com and say, yeah, I'll do it. And we'll sort it out. We'll put you up against one of these guys, and there'll be a prize, a very basic rubbish prize, but there'll be a prize.
Can you please start getting your head around OBS so maybe we can do it live?
Maybe, but then that's a lot for me to have to worry about.
Don't make it hard. Don't make it hard. It's meant to be a fun
game. Look, you wait till you watch what the episode will be first, and you'll know whether it's possible through OBS because it's all planned in my head. But anyway, so I figured we'd use this episode to pilot Nerd IQ. So I'm gonna play the intro here now. You guys aren't gonna see it, obviously. I'm just gonna put it in post. But hello, welcome to the premiere edition of Nerd IQ. It's the game show from the peeps at NerdOD, where one of you guys puts your nerdy knowledge up against one of us lot. Now, for the first show, I thought let's start off nicely with a full-on battle royale between our NerdOD hosts. We've got Reg, we've got Steve/Sean, and we've got Dave/Derek. He doesn't know why he's being called Derek. Reg knows. But anyway, we'll explain one day.
I don't want that catching on.
No,
I don't want that catching on.
Sorry, Des.
No, you don't.
So, just to fill you guys in, now, one important thing, I sent you all something in the mail, right? I did warn you, but some of you forgot. But yes, you don't need that magnet on there, Sean.
What? No, I thought that was a rubber.
No, it's a magnet.
It's a magnet.
Don't know why, but so basically, I will go through. We've got a few rounds here. I'll go through a question. You guys can write your answer down and show me on the screen, so I know you're not cheating. And you go, "Oh yeah, what he said."
Sean, the rubber is on top of the lid.
That is the eraser. Yeah. See, we're all prepared here at this show. So, the first round. Okay. Now, some of these rounds. Oh, that's fighting words. I like it, Dave. Yeah, that's good. T_ST. Yep. Your mom, I like it. Okay.
Oh, now we're getting cancelled. Thanks, mom? Reg.
That was for Steve/Sean.
Fair enough.
I've called you Sean now for the past 3 months, and now I'm just going to go back to Steve.
Genuinely haven't noticed. Call me what you want.
As soon as competition comes in,
I was trying to be nice.
I know, it doesn't suit you.
Just at the beginning of the game show, we all put up our names.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and now hold it there in the bottom right for the entire show. It's okay, I can digitally put that in, don't worry.
Oh, I hope so, yeah.
So there's going to be several recurring rounds throughout the series. The first one is one that I've tried to come up with creative names, but some of them I just can't. So this is just going to be called True or False. Okay? So I'm going to pick a subject. I'm going to give you 10 things, and you have to tell me whether you think each one is true or false based on the subject.
Do we have to write it down?
Yes. So
Okay.
the subject
name on, mate.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So the subject for the first time is: are you aware of a video game from the 90s called Fighting Baseball? It was on the SNES. It came out in 1994.
I am not, but I wish I was.
Okay, so it's a Japanese baseball game.
Of course it is.
Now, okay. Now, the important thing about this is there's a lot of people in baseball teams throughout the baseball league, and they didn't have any licensing for this game. So someone at the video game company in Japan had to come up with American-sounding names for these players, and some of them are just absolute genius. Okay, so I have 10 options here. Now, some of them are true, some of them are real, and some of them are fake. You have to tell me whether you think each one I say is real or fake.
I think I knew the game, so I went through thinking that you were going to give me just one.
Right.
It's like,
No, one at a time. One at a
and-
time. Just write true or false on the board. Okay. Right. Does Reg need time to wipe his board off?
I'll wipe his board off.
Okay. So, first one is a gentleman called Steve McDykel.
What is that? True or false? If that was
Is it true or false? Is it a name from the game or is it not? Steve McDykel. So the question really is how good am I at creating fake names?
I was just thinking that.
The thing is,
am I better than a Japanese video game creator?
yes, because some of the questions we've had in the past from you and Nina Myers,
Yeah.
like they're very, very good. So I'm very dubious.
You
about-
do a better impression than her of her.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what do you guys think? Steve McDykel.
I put false.
But true.
True. Okay, Reg and Dave get a point. So, number 2, Bobson Dugnut.
You know what?
I think I might know where this is going, but at the same time, I'm messing
Okay.
myself up.
Let's see.
Okay.
True, false. Reg.
I was trying to throw it in bubbly right, and then you didn't give me enough time.
Okay. False. It is true.
Yes.
So, wow, we got
Even as Stevens.
Right.
Steven is even.
Paul Van Ass.
I don't think you make that up. So I'm going with
Fair enough.
Truzy.
Okay. True, false, true. Dave gets a point. It was fake.
So both my theories are now out the window.
All right,
Not
they're
even.
not all true.
They're not all true, and it's not true, false, true, false, true,
All
false.
right, no. Okay.
I see you have a system.
Yes. Chuck Goberts.
Chuck Gilbert's nice.
Coming up to the plate, Chuck Goberts.
I see. I was going false, and then when you said that, I'm like, that does sound like a good name.
Okay. False, true, true. Sorry, Reg, it is true.
Yes.
Knew it.
Okay, we've got Andy Smith. Now, this is spelt like Smith, but with a P.
Oh, fucking hate myself so much.
True.
Absolutely
false,
not.
False. It was true. It's a real one. With a lot of the names, they've just taken real names and changed the letter, but they're not entirely aware what letters are allowed to go together. And P and M.
I will have to point out that that Bob Dugnut is not a normal name with the letter G.
No, they're not all like that. Just
Can I just say we'd be exactly the same with the Japanese alphabet? We wouldn't
100%.
know what letters go with what.
Absolutely not.
Just stick that one there.
I read a Japanese name, and the Japanese would read it and go, "The hell are you saying to me?"
Okay, number 6 is Pepe Trump. I mean,
already
they
had
probably
6
thought
questions.
it was Peep because I don't think there was no accents on it, so technically it's Peep.
PP.
Peepy Trump.
I've gone this.
False.
Regret it.
Is that true?
Yeah.
It's false. I made it up.
PP Trump.
Okay, we've got Albert Dungle.
I'll make my letters a bit more obvious.
Okay. False. True. Truesies. It's false. I made it up.
Yes.
I thought I knew what I was
Okay.
doing.
We need number 8, Geronimo Wenger.
Can you spell Wenja, please?
Wenja, like that matters.
Hey, it swayed my answer, so.
True. It's true. Well done, everyone. We've got Ted Balloon.
Ted Balloon.
Oh, it's so shit. I know it's real, but ball sucks.
False, truesies. Sean is correct. It is very true, and it's my favourite one by far.
I just knew it. I fucking knew it. Why didn't I follow myself?
All right, and the last one.
Ted Balloon.
Elvis Crushall.
Elvis Crushall. Again, could you please spell Crushall for me?
Crushel.
I think that's Dan phoning it in. I'm going to go with a big fat F.
False. I see false from Dave as well. False. It's true. It's a real one.
Ooh.
Wow, well, at the end of round 1, guys, we have Sean and Dave both on 5 and Reg on 4.
Oh,
Suck it, Reg.
Close. You both got less than half right.
I know. Would have been easier just going with true and just staying with it.
Right, okay. Round number 2. So this, again, if you can come up with a good, clever name, I'll take it. But as it is, it's just called the numbers round. Okay? Right, so generally this will be how many of something. So how many views does this YouTube video have? How many movies in this franchise? How many episodes in this TV show?
So
that
guessing.
will be what this... Well, no, you can an educated guess.
Okay.
So the first one is just going to be movie franchises. So how many movies? Huh?
Nerd by numbers.
Nerd by numbers. I like it.
That.
I'm
like
taking it. Nerd by numbers.
The first one.
I'd quite like point.
I'd quite like the first round to be called Boolean Sunrise or Boolean Sunset.
Jesus Christ.
If there was a reason that worked, then
because I wanted to call it Binary Sunset, which is a key piece of music from Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope. But then I realized that binary is zeros and ones, and Boolean is true and false. So there's a logic there, but only I know it.
Okay,
so
I'm going to
forget
deduct the point.
It's literally logic.
I'm not. It's fine. Okay, so how many movies in each of these franchises? Okay, there's 5 questions. Whoever's the closest without going over gets 2 points.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So first one, fairly easy, is MCU movies. That is anything up to today that has been released.
Okay.
So don't count anything that is on the slate but not come out yet.
This is movies, not series.
No series, just movies.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Reg?
Yeah. I don't know what
Okay, let's see. 30, 12, 23. Dave is spot on.
Oh.
It is dead on. So Dave actually gets a bonus point as well, so that's 3 points.
Nailed it.
I didn't anything about bonus points for being
Well, I
spot
didn't
on.
expect anyone to get anything spot on, but I think it's fair.
Galaxy
Okay.
Brain.
Fast and the Furious movies.
Ooh, up to
So
now.
this is in the franchise.
It's not. I don't know what the last one was. What was the last one they released?
Well, I'm not telling you because that literally would give it away.
So fast, much furious. Okay.
I'm
ready.
staying with that.
Okay,
I don't know if it's.
we've got 9, 8, 7. Right, none of you have gone over.
What?
Reg gets it with 9. It is
What?
9. There's
Oh,
8
so I get-
movies and there's Hobbs and Shaw.
Wait, what? Hang on.
What? There's 8 Fast and the Furious movies, and
Yes.
there's also Hobbs and Shaw, which was a Fast and the Furious spin-off.
That is
So
true.
it's in the
Fast and
franchise.
Furious. Okay, fair enough. Big
Why are
points
you
for
looking
Reg.
at me like that?
So,
It's literally called Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Doesn't sound
And
like
I-
Fast and Furious movie to me.
I said in the franchise.
in my defence, I genuinely thought that Tokyo Drift was the spin-off. I didn't know Hobbs and Shaw existed.
Tokyo Drift is number 3 in the Fast and Furious saga.
Exactly.
The only one I've seen at the cinema because I worked at the cinema at the time. There you go.
It's number 3 in that got released, but it's not chronologically the third one.
No.
But anyway.
Never mind.
Okay.
Big points for Reg.
So, third question. Batman live-action movies.
Ooh.
Okay, so no animated stuff, so no Lego Batman, no Mask of the Phantasm, anything like that. Just live-action movies.
Solely Batman, or including
Batman?
Batman?
that have featured Batman on screen.
Right. Okay. That changes the game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yep.
No, but I'll just do that.
Oh, it's 11. Sorry, you two. Well done, Dave. Yeah, so the old Adam West one, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, Batman vs Superman, Justice League, and he was in Suicide Squad. So 11. Well done, Dave. Ooh,
Not happy about this.
he's running away with this.
But technically, he's also in non-DC films as well, where he just does a little cameo of someone dressed up as Batman. Does that count?
No. You mean films where just someone wears a Batman costume or a T-shirt with Batman on?
Holy podcast, Batman.
This is like Comic-Cons all over again. When you guys have got to find someone dressed as Deadpool, and you're like, "Does someone in a Deadpool T-shirt count?" No. Okay. Right. These next two, I think we're getting harder now.
Okay. Who are Mrs.
Tremors.
Oh shit!
How many Tremors movies have there been?
Well, that is harder.
Yeah, I should hope so.
Oh shit! Everyone's putting numbers out and just showing them.
Yeah. Dave wins it. There's 7.
How could there be 7? That's insane.
I mean, 4 of them have been straight to DVD, but they're still filmed.
Well, I went with 6, thinking I could only think of 4, but I knew there were more than that.
Yeah, I can only think of 4, but I thought
okay, so if that is your thought for Tremors, what do you say for the next one?
Oh god.
The Land Before Time.
What?
How many Land Before Time movies have there been?
I loved Land Before Time as a kid. My favorite stuffed animal was Littlefoot when I was a kid. But I've never seen anything but the first Land Before Time movie.
Yeah, well, that was a Don Bluth big proper animated film, and the rest were all, pretty poor straight to DVD. Okay, 6, 9, and 10. Reg, you get some points. There are 14.
Jesus Christ.
The most recent one only came out like 2 or 3 years ago.
Any points in that round? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so hold on. Reg needs
It's hard to believe.
points.
I know, it's mad. The only reason I put 10 is I remember walking past the DVD cover of it in like Asda or something, and it was the X. It was like Land Before Time X, and I'm like, what? No.
2 Land, 2 Before Time.
That's it. We have Sean on 5, Dave on 13, and Reg on 10.
Ooh.
This next one is a game we played before on the podcast. Okay. So this is nice and easy. A lot of these rounds take quite a lot of effort for me to pull stuff together. This is easy because I just go on a website and I get the information. It's called Google Feud, and it's like, Family Fortunes. In the States, it's called Family Feud. And basically, there's a website where it will come up with a question, and you have to then guess what at least one of the top 10 answers or autocomplete for this is. So, how to hold in blank. Okay, so I would want you guys to come up with one answer that you think is going to be one of the top 10. Okay, basically, if whoever's top will get 3 points, whoever's second's 2 points, and bottom is 1. So, poop, fart, sneeze. Poop, fart, and sneeze, they are all there. Oh, so you're all getting points.
Nice.
Okay. The number 7 is a sneeze.
Damn.
Number 3 is a fart. Number 1 is a poop. Boom.
Bonus points to be number 1.
So 3 for
I thought
Reg.
poop was too obvious. Never mind.
No, it has to be
Google's
obvious.
nasty.
It has to be obvious.
You got 2 points.
Yeah,
Google's
you got
nasty.
2, Sean. Okay, So I've got 3 of these basically. Next one. Will my dog eat my blank?
Is it too bad to put poop again for this?
Just have you rubbed it out? No.
Okay. Ready? Ready?
Hang on 1 second. 1, 2, 3, go.
Baby, body, face. Will my dog eat my baby? Okay, baby is the 9th answer. Okay. What did you have? Body
Yeah.
and face. Neither of those are included.
What?
Although, okay, you two. So, Dave and Reg, be honest here. Be nice here. Would you give dead body?
That's what I done.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah. I mean,
honest-
yeah,
honestly-
because I wonder about it about my cat. If I had like some kind of heart attack, would he eat me?
Okay, I'll allow that. There was guinea pig was number 1, dead body, kitten, bearded dragon. Will my dog eat my bearded dragon was number 4. Homework. I would have gone for homework. Poop, bunny, cat, baby, chickens. So poop was there.
Poop is always there.
Okay, so 3 for Sean, 2 for Reg, and none for Dave. Okay.
I should be more specific, but I don't see how the question would have made sense in a context of not dead body.
Well,
You should have wrote dead.
yeah.
No, I know. I'll try and be more specific.
Yes.
That's a learn for me.
Okay. Can I perform my own blank?
Oh God. I just feel like it's not dirty enough. I feel like Google wants dirty answers.
I don't know how to spell what I was going to put, so I'm going to have to think about it.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
Yeah, you've got mere seconds left, Reg. Okay.
I do my own.
And reveal.
1 sec.
Delivery, baby. Okay. Facelift, CPR. Can I perform my own? CPR is not there.
Damn.
Okay. What did you put? Delivery.
Yeah.
It is not there.
Oh.
Reg, what was yours?
Facelift. I didn't expect it to be there, but I had to write something.
It is there.
Well, I was
So-
going to put circumcision, but
That's number 1.
And I was like,
What?
Oh.
My God.
You could have just drawn a picture and we'd have
Is,
taken it.
is a blowjob there or fellatio?
No.
that was
Okay.
the first
We've
one.
got
Spell.
from
Google's not-
10 upwards, we've got COVID test,
Hmm?
background check, liposuction, membrane sweep.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Oh, don't do that.
Title search, marriage, surgery. I don't know what this is. Stretch and sweep.
I think
Can
that's
I
another
perform
word.
my own stretch and sweep?
It's
I think that's
when
another
you
word for membrane sweep. Yeah, it's when a midwife basically runs her finger along the inner membrane and cervix of a woman
Right,
to induce
okay.
labor.
Oh yeah, of course you two.
which has no scientific evidence that it does a goddamn thing,
Okay.
but is a recognized procedure that midwives will carry out for women who are in labor.
Fair enough.
Shit you not, there is no evidence that it actually does a goddamn thing.
People are disgusting.
Yeah, people are fucking dirty. That's what they are.
Number 2 was wedding. Number 1 was circumcision. Okay, so we currently have Sean with 10 points. We have Dave with 14, and we've got Reg with 18.
He's running away with it.
Still, anyone can win it. The last round, there's some big points available, by the way. We've got one more, and then the last round.
big money.
So,
Big prizes.
this round,
It's like
I
those
need...
bloody PlayStation games where like none of the first couple of games.
No, it will,
So-
because the thing is, it's up to you. It'll make sense in a second.
Okay.
The penultimate round involves this baby.
Oh, yes.
So, Kazooie Tunes is one of our old staples
It's
at
a
Nerd
classic.
OD, right? I think
You've still got the
even since
Kazooie
the
Tunes
G-Dot games,
right?
these are songs we've not done before. We've not done this category before, so I thought I'd mix it up a bit. So this is movie studio intros.
Okay.
Nice.
Now,
Okay.
okay, first one. Okay, you ready?
Bum, bum.
what it's worth, it's actually my favourite studio intro, believe it or not.
We got 2 points each on this, by the way. No, it is Universal, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry,
shit,
Sean.
yeah, of course it is. Oh, my God.
And Reg even drew a picture, I like it.
Oh,
Show off, Reg.
Okay.
Right, I don't deserve to carry on playing.
If only Del
Right.
Dave felt safe.
Next one. Answers?
I was trying to
20th
do
century,
the
yeah.
spotlights, but I didn't have
Technically now 20th Century Pictures, but I will accept 20th Century Fox.
I did actually have to rewrite that.
You'd already erased it.
Yeah, I'd rage deleted it.
Okay.
that. Right, those are the only 2 intros I know.
So that's 1 point each, right?
2 points for each.
I could have done the last bit. Damn it.
I'm going to stop there.
Hang on. Oh,
Yes, well done. Marvel Studios it is.
I did it wrong.
Okay. This one's really easy because there aren't that many
Don't
movie
say that, 'cause
studios.
then we get it wrong.
Well, there aren't that many movie studios that have like recognizable theme tunes. It's like, I don't know, Jerry Bruckheimer, where you just have like a tree and then a bit of light.
Yeah.
That's it. I can't really do that with Kazoo. So anyway,
Don't limit yourself,
yes.
Dan. Don't limit yourself. You can do that.
I can't do any more because I picked too high an octave. Disney. Yep. Okay.
Disney.
Right.
The House of Mouse.
Last one. They released Ghostbusters, if that helps.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Ready?
Okay. Columbia.
I was trying to write it, but I didn't get a chance.
Were you writing Columbia? Cucumber. Okay.
Cucumber Studios.
Well done, everyone. Okay, interesting. So we've got 2 full houses on that one. Dave and Reg both got everything right.
yeah.
And Sean only got 1 wrong. So some big points. Now, your point standing is going to be quite important here because it's going to dictate whether you gamble or not.
Ooh.
Okay. So this is
Getting tense.
a little bit. It's just called Final Round because I'm that creative. Now, each of you goes in turn. Okay. You have 3 questions each. You get to pick whether you want a question for 1 point, for 3 points, or for 5 points. And obviously, each one is harder. So,
Yeah.
Reg, obviously you're winning. So you can sort of play it safe and just go for 1 point questions, or you could go for 5 point questions. I'll tell you now that the 1 and 3 point questions, just to stay topical, are DC related because the Snyder Cut just came out, so I thought I'd keep it with that.
Okay.
The 5 point questions aren't. They're nothing to do about anything, and they are quite difficult. But if you know it, there's some good points available. Okay.
Okay. I
So,
mean,
wait.
okay.
Don't say Reg goes first because he's in the lead. Because this is how we make it interesting. So, Reg, first question: how many points do you want to go for?
See, I want to I want to say go all out.
I mean, you can try one of your questions. It's not all the questions don't have to be the same. You can go, I'll have a 5 point. Oh, actually, I'll have a 3 point.
And
No, one's Reg. Play it safe, Reg.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Dave. Are all the 1 and 3 questions to do with DC, are they then?
Yes.
Like, every single one?
Yes, everyone.
Right, okay. I'm going to go for a 3-pointer.
Okay.
So,
Right. Okay, first question. Spell Darkside. You can say it out loud if you want, but if writing it down helps, then fair enough.
yeah, because the only reason I'm doing it is because of the side bit. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to go with out of those two.
Oh, okay. All right.
I know it's one of them too, isn't it? So it's Dark, D-A-R-K.
Yeah.
I'm going to go S-I-E-D.
It's not. No. What you literally just said.
No, I stopped myself there, didn't I? I did.
You already...
No, you didn't say it. You didn't stop yourself before I went, no, you're wrong.
That's not fair. Okay.
It is fair.
Fine.
Okay, Dave. What you
5 points. Go bigger,
You're
go
going for
home.
5.
5 points. Let's do
Okay,
it.
5 points. Right. Like I say, these don't have anything to do with anything. These are just...
Well, let's
These are
face it.
basically-
I have as much chance of getting it right as I do a DC question, so I may as well go for
Okay,
5 points.
Right. What is an EGOT? E-G-O-T.
Fuck.
You don't have to write it, because it's only you. Just say it.
An EGOT is a unit of measurement.
It is not.
Damn.
It's a unit of measurement of talent, I'd say, because it's someone who's won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Wow, okay. Fair enough.
See,
Fair play. I like that.
You're getting a feel for what these questions involves.
Yeah.
The difficulty level, right? Okay.
Curveball.
Sean,
I'll go
Go
full
for
points, please.
you're going what? Sorry,
Full points. I've got to catch up.
you're going for a 5. Okay.
Yeah.
What is an aglet?
An aglet.
An aglet. A-G-L-E-T.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Yes. What is an aglet? That's a nice aglet you've got there.
Is it? Is it an animal? Is it an insect?
It is not. No. It is the bit of plastic at the end of a shoelace.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Which runs through an eyelet. I like that. Okay,
Oh,
an aglet and
maybe.
eyelet.
I'd not thought about it too much. I just
Interesting.
put it down.
That's
as a
quite all
question.
right.
Okay. Well, that's good. So, Reg, you
That was a
thought you were
test
going to be
round.
falling behind then. No. Okay, Reg, so you probably thought you were going to fall behind a bit then, didn't you? But turns out, no. So what are you going for?
I might do now.
You might still. A 1, a 3, or a 5?
I want to say 5 points. No, I'm going to go 3 again. I'll go 3
Okay.
just to keep it topical.
Right, okay. What is Supergirl's real name?
It's Clara. Clara.
Full name. I need full name. And I'm talking her Kryptonian name.
I'll go 5 points if that's all right. Clara, Esteban, Sanchez, Kyle.
Yeah, they're a very Hispanic community. The old Kryptonians. It's Kara Zor-El.
Kara Jor-El.
She's Zor-El.
Zor-El.
He's Kal-El. She's Zor-El.
I
Okay.
was that close.
You were. Well, Clara. But... Okay, Dave.
I guess we got to go with 5 then, right?
Gonna go with the 5. Okay.
No, I've got to go for a 5 on the next one.
If he gets it right,
yeah, he will.
how are you with phobias?
I have a couple. Does that help? I don't know.
Okay.
He has a phobia of right-wing people.
Yeah. Let me think.
Go
What
if it's an easy one?
is vestiphobia?
Festophobia. They're going to go for one of those crazy ones that's about clowns or some shit. Never mind.
I want to take a guess if he doesn't get it right.
Is it a fear of chest hair?
No. Sean?
Did you say vest or
Is
vest?
it? Is it a fear of being inside things?
No, it's not. No.
Like invested inside.
Not that there's any points up for grabs, but
I know.
no, it's a fear of clothing.
Oh.
Yeah, when you think, oh, that'd probably be a bit too obvious, I won't go with that.
Okay, Sean, what are we going? 1, 3, 5?
I need to go for a 5.
You've got to go for a 5.
Be in with a chance.
Let's stick with a phobia for you, eh?
Brilliant.
Let's go with ablutophobia.
I mean, there's a really obvious answer there, right?
Maybe.
Can you spell it for me?
A for Alpha, B for Bravo, L for Lima, U for Uniform, T for Tango, O for Oscar, phobia. Abluto. Like a Bluto from Popeye.
Is it the fear of fat people?
No. I'm not sure how you think that's the obvious one.
Blue was pretty big.
Is it a fear of being submerged in water?
No.
Damn.
Well, almost. It's a
Or is
fear
it
of bathing.
being splashed? Oh, bathing.
Ooh.
Because ablution is to bathe or splash, whatever. So, damn it. I mean, I still got it wrong. So,
So, Reg, what are you going for?
I want to get one question right about fucking DC, surely.
take a 1 pointer. Just take a glory lap. Take a glory lap with 1 point.
Yeah, but if I get that wrong, and that's the easiest one, then I'm like, take at least the 3.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe.
Go on, I'll do a 1 pointer.
Okay, 1 point. We've got. Okay, so the third questions were all who played this character in this film. Okay, so it is who played Batman in Batman and Robin.
It's. Oh, is it? Oh, I'll kill me. I'm going to go George Clooney.
It's George Clooney. Well done.
What was the 3-pointer one? Just out of interest.
Oh,
I don't want to waste them because I'll use them again.
I have shown that I don't know shit when it comes to the 5 pointers, but I also know shit about DC. But let's go for 3 points.
It is who played Alfred in Justice League.
That is Jeremy Irons.
It is Jeremy Irons.
Fuck off.
Thank you.
I'll take 5, please.
I
5.
answer.
Okay.
I finally got something right.
Roll.
Right, and
If this is a
final one.
phobia, I'm gone.
No. What is an interrobang?
I know that one, and I'm mad. So
Yeah.
mad.
I guess it's not interracial sex.
No.
I mean, kind of. I imagine you'd use it for one. Oh, I'm so mad. A 5 pointer that I know. Rage.
Interrobang.
I've heard of it
Shame it
before.
landed on that way, isn't it? If only you would have got it. Because then you would have won, because you got that 3-pointer right as well.
Mm, I know.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, Reg. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Sad times, isn't it? You know, I said I'm a sad loser. I'm also really, really.
I'm going to pass it over to Dave as a sore loser.
Well, an interrobang is a punctuation mark which features a question mark and an exclamation point, used to imply an exclaiming surprise.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I knew that.
My
was on
absolute
two
favorite.
Question mark, exclamation
My
mark.
absolute favorite punctuation because it is 2
It's my
punctuation
favouritely
marks.
named.
Interrobang.
Yeah. It's great.
So I came hard last.
There we go.
Expect to
Well, I wasn't
upgrade.
going to quite be so down on you, but yeah. Cat ears didn't save you this time.
Well, guys, it's been fun.
Yeah, how was that, guys? Is that worthy of a fortnightly
Congrats.
show?
Thank you very much.
You're
I do
welcome.
appreciate
I
it.
have lots of other rounds and lots of other questions all
really
prepared,
enjoyed
so
And I look forward to facing off against people
Oh, Reg, we are going to have a rematch. and I'm going to have those 5
That's
point
fine.
questions.
We'll certainly run out of other people pretty quickly.
I
yeah.
I do still have the very first G dot.
The trophy.
Fuck off.
Yeah, there's no trophy. If you guys play against someone who's not us and they win, they will get a little prize. I'm going to send them something through the mail, something that only costs a stamp. But I've had a couple of cool little things made. So
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, I enjoyed that. Well done, Mrs. Salmon. I enjoyed that very much.
Well done, well done, everyone, for making it through 50 episodes.
Hey, great for you. Is that? Cheers. Yeah, sure. It is great for me.
It is. Well done.
I just can't wait to be Reg. That's how the song should go.
So, thank you for watching.
Congratulations.
Thank you for watching both Nerd IQ and for watching the Nerdity podcast. Here's to 50 more.
Huzzah, then.
Huzzah, yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Need a bucket and a mop for this.
I don't want to know how that sentence ends. Bye.
See you.